brighten up your day with some friendship. I hope you're enjoying this break of yours, friends. But I want you to remember, in this crypto industry, no matter how high our prices can ever go, when the candle of red appears, the dopamine cutoff is always going to feel the same. You're always going to feel tired. If you notice this, friends, whenever the candles slow down, like what they did recently, you feel actual tired. You're like, man, I can't take it anymore. That's what it is. Because you've got that dopamine spike, and then it's like it's sinking lower and lower and lower and lower. Remember, friends, I told you, they tested on kids. They told the kids, they hooked them up to the electric diode, and they go, hey, kids, I'm going to get you some ice cream. And they're sitting in the back of the car, and the kids go, yay! And they tested their dopamine. They had a first dopamine spike. And then it kept rising all the way until the parent pulled into the driveway of the ice cream store. They're like, oh my God, we're finally here. Then when they finally got the ice cream, it had already topped out and it was already going back down. So I'll never forget that, because like, man, that's when I heard that. Shout out to my friend PP. When PP told me that, I think we were smoking nargile. I think we were, PP. Where were we, sir? Was I eating the chicken and lemon garlic that night? I was eating something. Maybe it was the fatouche. Yes. And he told me that, and I was like, oh my God. It hit me. I was like, dude, that's markets right there. That's literally, we're doing the same thing, you know? Everyone's like, Bitcoin strategic reserve, yeah! And it keeps rising and rising and rising and rising. It might rise right until, friends, you never know, Bitcoin strategic reserve right until the end of next year. Let's say like Donald Trump has to like walk into his president office to sign the bill. That might be like the end of the dopamine hit. Then when it's finally like doing the next part, where it's kind of like, dude, we're over that already. Like, man, it hit me, friends. That's actually markets and what we're trading. That's why, look, speaking about dopamine, there has been no dopamine for altcoins in a long time. Okay, there hasn't. But once this thing starts going down the other way, I mean, we can't stop this, bro. You can't stop an idea whose time has come. Now, you gotta understand something as well. What I gotta do is, friends, I'll play some Cranky G music for us first. So, having fun. We gotta understand the new crypto product market fit. So there's a lot of new people coming in. See, friends, decentralization, what does that word mean to you? Now, if you watch my channel, it probably means something differently to what most of the product market fit category out there attributes it to. Decentralization is a boring word for most people. Now, we know it means it's the force of good, it's Bitcoin, it's Ethereum, it's the whole reason why crypto exists. We know that. You and I know that. You and I, Moggin non-believers, though. Most people, though, they see it as a boring word. So people who made money by investing in crypto early, yeah, they were able to profit. Why? Because decentralization, they understood it. They understood it at the beginning, and they were able to like make their, millions and millions of dollars getting Bitcoin early. Getting Bitcoin at 5 cents, 40 cents, up here. Also, let's not leave out our friends at Ethereum. If you believe in decentralization, same thing. You're able to get, Ethereum at like $1, $2, $10, yeah? But not anymore today. So decentralization is not a narrative now. It doesn't do anything for prices. People don't care about it. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, obviously, the biggest examples of that. So now there's no product market fit narrative for decentralization. Yeah. If you invest based off decentralization, it's obviously very obviously going to get a low return compared to the alternatives out there, right? So when people got to believe in it at the start, they could get their 100x. Ethereum goes from it's $10 to it's $1,000. Bitcoin goes from its $300 to it's $30,000, whatever. So you get your 100x there. You ain't getting that anymore now. Okay, so you have to look for new stuff. Well, we know there's meme coins, there's AI, there's these things that have market share. We know that. That's why people of the old guard, they don't give it any weight at all. So instead, right, new people joining crypto, they're seeking to make profit and money. Like, obviously, it's obvious to you. It's not obvious to the people who are like the industry titans who are like reflecting on the money they made. And they're like, oh yeah, it's all about the decentralization and the crypto. Yeah, look, man, I agree. It's a cycle of a maturity of technology. It's not Like, they get offended when you say this, but it's true though. You got lucky, bro. You understood decentralization and you got in early. If you understand decentralization today, but you didn't get in early, you're going to be poor in about 4 to 8 years. Way poorer than someone who's investing based off what the market wants, which right now is meme coins. You get it. Memes, cults, religions, that archetype. You're investing with that mindset. Okay? So you get the point now, friends. So this is exactly this. Like, it makes obvious sense to you. Like, yeah, of course, yeah. If you come in today with the thing, it's not going to work. Yeah, but markets are a moving target. So like, it doesn't take anything away or give anything to it. Just it is what it is. It's another way of saying right place, right time. You know, you had the brain to understand decentralization, and you got in early to, like, you know, Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever. But what about going forward? Well, these people, because inside their hearts, they still believe in the decentralization meme, and it's just a meme, bro. It's just a meme, okay? Yeah, it's useful. It's a meme. Just sit down, okay? I'm telling you, it's a meme. It's a very important meme. It's a meme, okay? Because you understand it and it makes sense to you and it made you rich, you are going to lose the tug of war to the millions of people coming into crypto in 2025. They don't care about that. They don't care. And by the way, you even got a hint here. Donald Trump's pro-crypto. They're like, why do we need decentralization? The president's on my side. And you're like, what? Fair point. Now you have to make a case for them. The same case that Peter Schiff, Uncle Peter Schiff, shout out to Uncle Peter Schiff and Spencer, sometimes watch his channel. You have to make a case that Peter Schiff makes, where he's like, listen, you trust them today, you won't trust them in 4 years. It'll be someone new. Things will change. They lie all the time. Okay? Then everyone's like, look at these negative Nancy. Live in the moment. Live in the moment. It's kind of funny. The Bitcoin and Ethereum guys, with their decentralization plights, will eventually become the ossified Uncle Peter Schiffs, where they're like, hey, they're going to come for you. They're going to come for you. They might be right. They might be right. By the way, we're going after money, but the money thing, right? But you see what I mean? But these things, these stories, are just stories, man. Like, all that matters is what's going to go up the most. Okay, what field of coin is going to go up the most? Okay, maybe memes, cults, religions have a say in that. So it's not about blaming anyone or taking anything away from anyone. I'm showing you, hey, there's a technology cycle adoption. And after you've crossed the chasm here, see, pragmatists, friends, conservatives, skeptics. You see? So conservatives and skeptics, they are seeing it completely different to the visionary. The visionary is like, the visionary and tech enthusiast, anybody in the world has their own money. Wow. Yeah, I know you say that. It sounds grand to me and you. It doesn't sound grand to new people coming in. They're like, okay, cool. Anyway, because what do they see, friends? They're like, I can have my iPhone in my pocket. That's decentralization. Anybody in the world can have a phone. And you're like, no, but there's a satellite. And then you got to go through a company. They're like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I'm listening to my latest TikTok 15-second brain rot second clip movie thing. Can't even call it a movie, really. Wow, I can't hear you over that. That's what's happening, friends. Basically, it's a life cycle. We're going in the maturity stage. Now, people aren't going to like what we say, but in maturity, what's the fundamentals of crypto? Network effects. Okay, mindshare. Yeah. So people coming in, they understand it with different scope. Decentralization is not mindshare maximizing. It's not. So you're starting to see it from a different perspective now. I'll give you a great example as well, friends. Firstly, enjoy this Peppy wearing the Ferrari hat. And these are some racers, friends. Oh, it's got a Bybit. That's funny. They got a Bybit sponsorship here. So, example. Everything I just said, look at this example. Perfect example. The Ferrari car. The first guy to buy a Ferrari car, just like the first guy to buy a Bitcoin and Ethereum based off decentralization, okay? The first Ferrari car buyer, he probably just liked how fast it was. Hey, it's fast. Kind of looks cool. He liked the way the exhaust pipe felt between his hands. He's like probably a real car enthusiast. Probably sniffed the hell out of those chairs. Probably just started it and stopped it in the mornings multiple times. You know, probably had like a sexual affiliation to the car. Okay. But people buying Ferrari cars today, they don't care what's in the engine. They don't care. They read about it. Hey, how many cylinders does it have? 6 or 5? I don't know anymore. Okay, so they just buying the Ferrari car because it actually has a utility to them. Well, it's not the utility of driving. It's the utility of making them look rich and successful to their peers. They want to drive past a woman and have her neck be basically pulled. Oh my gosh, look at that guy drive. They got that feeling. Oh wow, I've made it. That's the utility. The utility of just twisting a woman's neck just to have a look at. Oh my gosh, look at that guy. He's a self-made man. I want to be with him. The thought of that in their mind, of course, it doesn't happen like that, friends. Yeah, but the thought of that in their mind, yeah, that's enough for them to go spend $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 on a car, and that's their utility. Yeah. So you can see it right now. Bitcoin and Ethereum. Who's buying them to get rich? Who's gonna get rich? Okay, he said there are Ferrari car enthusiasts. Of course there are. Yeah, I like the car and the engine and stuff out here. But like, bro, yeah, but you're outnumbered 300 to 1 of everybody else who wants the car. So in markets, see, here's the thing. With a car, friends, it's personal consumption. You're not investing in it. Now, so you can't decide, hey, my consumption is worth more than yours because I like this thing more. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you might like the color blue, I like the color red. Doesn't matter. You see, it's different. But in markets, the price actually determines, are you making money or losing money over time? That you can't argue with, So no one's going to say, hey, I've got so much utility out of this coin. It's down 98% after 3 years. If it's, let's say Hex, if Hex stays down, like, oh, I'm grabbing all the T-shares. Like you're outnumbered literally, like out of 150,000 people in the community, there will literally be like 30 people maybe. And by the way, in their minds, the only way they will just refuse to give up is they still see one day the price goes up. But if I could guarantee you, hey, this price stays down 99% for the next 15 years, how do you feel about it? They'll just they'll walk away, okay? So once you understand this, you have a new perspective because now you understand what the fundamentals of crypto are. It's mind sharing network effects. It's not this decentralization part. That's why I've been speaking about this for years. I would front run the market, what's happening now. I didn't know it would go into meme coins, but that's what's been happening, right? Now, a lot of people, for some reason, are looking for the Ethereum stock prediction. I'm still thinking $14,000, man. I believe. That's it. I'm a believer. I know, yeah, BCB says it's over in 3 months. Crypto band to every other else. I know all the other big macro titans and people are saying, yeah, it's over soon. Or everyone in crypto's got PTSD. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm a stupid guy with a Pikachu fluffy bunny ear hat. Okay, some reason I just think we can believe. Maybe it doesn't happen. I don't know. So gonna hold out. I throw these price targets out because just having fun with it. But like really, if we get to the end of next year and a lot of other things have pinged, we can't argue with it. Like if we get to the end of next year, friends, and Ethereum is 8,800 in December next year. Okay, let's say Ethereum's 8,800. I hope it's 14,000. It's 8,800, and you've seen my exotic top signals. I'm not holding out for 2026 to be like that because we learned from 2021. It didn't matter that a particular coin never moved up heaps. It didn't matter. All that mattered was the wider market. If you look at the wider market ratios and the signals, that's what mattered the most, not your particular coin. Look what else happened today on Coinfessions Rekt. I lost 2K on rug pulls printed by 3 large Twitter accounts earlier this year. Thought I'd diamond hands like an idiot. I came out with $30. So look what I said. He learned a $2 million lesson for only $2,000. And this is actually true, man. You did, friend. You got a big discount on your lesson. One, you got to learn it in a Bitcoin halving year. Be optimistic about that. There are people, they're going to learn that these people are all frauds next year. They're going to learn. They're going to learn that, this game is actually a game. They're going to learn it's a game next year. They're not learning it right now. So there are people holding stuff. There's people holding stuff. They haven't learned the lesson yet, but you have. And everyone else out here, you have. So we have to navigate these things next year, but like it's not really navigating because we understand like, hey, we understand not to trust these cabal insider freaks. But here's the thing. It's not about trusting, friends, because people are going to overwhelm us with their purchasing power. Like it doesn't matter if you call something a scam 50,000 times, it doesn't matter, dude. You're one voice. There's literally like 400 million people coming in next year. So, or over time. Okay, but that's what we're scheduled to have, like 400 or 500 million people coming next year, which is, I know it sounds crazy, but that's what happened before, man. We actually got higher percentages last year. We've already got 500 million this year now. Credit cards are the devil. The average interest rate on US credit card balances is up to now 21.8%, with data going back to 1994, the highest we've ever seen. So I actually did some research. Unfortunately, like 60% of people don't pay their credit card off within the month. They let a bit of interest accrue, and it's like, I think between 3 and 12% of people are like permanently behind. And that's obviously the past years that we've been going through a boomish times of sorts, right? So just be careful with that, man. Just really be careful. And the interest rate is really bad, because think about this. Crypto grows at 55%. Your credit card, you're paying 21%. Like, Habib, that's crypto. The highest appreciating asset, altcoins with the highest risk, grows 55. Like, stock market only gets you 10. You can't even, yeah, so it's just, you can't even get your credit card to buy and invest in anything. It's like you have to consume. It's really desperate people. Having said that, if I wasn't in crypto now, this is just me, and if it goes to zero, it's your fault, literally your fault. If I had no crypto right now, I'd actually go get credit cards. I'd just buy crypto right now. I'd go get as many credit cards as I can. And I'd make a promise. Hey, if this goes up 4x from today, 4, I pay off the credit cards, or I just hold to the end of next year. But you're better off just paying off straight. That's what I do. And yeah, what do I do? Let's say I got credit cards. Let's say I got 2 credit cards of 15 grand each. Throw one of them, maybe low risk, maybe just get like half Ethereum, half Chainlink. And then the other half, I'll just put it into the Pulse Chain core coins. Don't play around with any of the meme coins, any of that. Like, just because you're dealing with a credit card, man. You know what I mean? So that's what I would do. But that's because it's December 2024, and next year has to be a big year. If it's not an egg, look, you're taking a punt though. If next year's a red year, oh my, like, but that's your risk, man. That's your risk. If you don't want to play that game, rewind time 3 years ago and buy in the bear market. And yeah, you just got to be careful as well, friends. Look at this. This guy lost $500,000 in a few hours. He bought the top of this Myra coin, the brain cancer girl coin. He dropped 80%. Look at this. He literally put in $677,000 of the coin. My gosh, at 60 million market cap. Bro, that's insane. It was only out for 3 hours at that point. He literally bought the top, man. Wow, up here. It was 1, 2, yeah, it was only out for 3.5 hours. Started at like 10K, 100K market cap. Wow. See what I mean? So, like, man, that's crazy. I told you, friends, pDAI is going to have buyers at $1. It's because people want yield. But shout out to the gentle sir out here. I know, friends, there's a lot of new people out here, but if you're curious in Pulse Chain, friends, that's why it's wonderful to see so many new people. I love seeing these new questions. There's a new, I could tell you're a new gentleman. There's a gentleman in the pDAI Telegram. He says, Sommi, pDAI is going to have a big problem because when it's at 15 cents, it's only a 6 or a 7x profit for them. So it's not a big number anymore. No one's going to buy it. And it's such an innocent, beautiful question. Because you just, Habib, in crypto, do you understand today? Do you understand? People are risking their whole stack for like 6% yield. Their whole stack. So their upside, if they hold for a year, is literally only 6%. Not even a 2x. That's what happens. So even if pDAI is 90 cents, they're going to buy it. They're like, oh, cool, I'm going to get this like 12% yield in the next 4 or 5 months. That's what's, now if it actually goes to that trajectory. And this goes the same thing with everything else. So people don't measure what they get in based off these X's, okay? They're getting in based off emotion. Now, where's the emotion if you're risking everything for 6% yield? Well, they like the comfort of guaranteeing in their mind a 6%. They like it. They've got $1 million in. They're like, oh, cool, I'm going to have $60,000 if I just hold. Now, obviously, the yield maybe like 10%, but you get the point out here, right? Now, have some fun here, friends. 2024 year in review. This is how it started. I don't know who this guy is. Also, shout out to Wojak's fat girlfriend out here. So there we go, friends. I love every single one of you. That's pretty much feels like it's been a bit stinky this year. But yeah, but this, I know. No, why has it been stinky? It's because you're like, you wanted the unicorn run like Solana. Yeah, everyone wanted it. Yeah, everyone wanted it. Solana's only 1% of the industry dominance, friends. So no one got the unicorn run. Even people dream that they got the XRP run. Yeah, but XRP guys missed 2021 bull market. So when you're saying, oh, I want the XRP run. Yeah, but it came with 7 years of doing nothing. It's 7 years, right? So like, even if you come and check out XRP, which I'll show you now, even if you come and look at it, I mean, like, friends, this is a long period of time, dude. Like, you've been doing that 2018 pretty much. You've been game over since like here, Feb 2018, and you finally broke out. 2,500 days. Yeah, like 6-7 years, dude. This was, you missed the whole bull market here. And then you might say, oh, I want, like a lot of people, what do they say? Oh, I wanted to buy here and sell here, like crypto. All right, yeah, but what if this was the big one? What if that was the big one? What if being the SEC was the big one? What if it went here? What if it went here? What if it went here? One of them eventually goes. One of them, when all the supply is finally taken off the market. You don't know. This one just took 7 years, you know? So that's why it went so fast like that. Because they've been waiting for so long. The higher the base and the bigger the pump into space. That's a very common stock market saying. So, you know, just we exercise a bit of reality when it comes to these. And just remain consistent with these. Because, like, ultimately, friends, remember, it's not just the payout, man. It's your odds, okay? It's not just about the payout. The payout can be 100 to 1, which is great. But what if the odds is pump fund? 1 in 10,000. Like, oh, that's terrible. Okay, that's why in some coins, but who writes it down? Where I know, man. Markets are tough, man. So there's no book that goes, Sommi, give me a book where you give me the odds of something going up, so I can just go buy the ones. Yeah, man, you make that book for me. Go make that book for me. There is no book like that. And everyone argues differently. So the market's giving 1% chance of Hex revival. I think it's more like 90% chance. See what I mean? So that's why the price is so low. The market's giving it 1% chance. But other people out there in the market, like if you say to Eric might say, you know what? Maybe it's only 5% chance. But it's still 5%. It's still horrible. Like you wouldn't bet anything on 5%. Like a 5% chance means it has to do more than like a 20x for you to be worth it. Maybe Eric is looking at Hex and he's like, oh, Hex is 2.8 cents combined. Or let's say, let's say 2.2 cents combined. Eric's like, you know what? It has to get to 44 cents for it to be worth it. Otherwise, like, that's what, so what does 5% odds of success mean? It means you're allocating less units. That's what it means. Because, oh, not a high chance, you know? But then you have other people on hand, they got staked for 15 years. They staked for 15 years, you know? And then you have the Richard Hart Interpol, the corrupt Interpol, fat man titty, lactating, estrogen union, cuck stuff coming out. You see what I mean? So everyone has to interpret all these stuff out here, friends. And the information asymmetry, if you can find it and front run the crowd, you only got to do it once. You only got to do it once. Because, you know, hey, Hex, even if you don't survive for 15 years, man, your odds shouldn't be 1% of success. Same as Pulse Chain and PulseX and Inc. You shouldn't be this low. You get what I mean? But, like, I'm only speaking of, why? I'm here 18 hours a day. Imagine trying to do this for every single coin. That's why markets are really, really chaotic, friends. People are trying to compute odds and move odds all the time. But it doesn't really matter. Why? We've got our friendship to work on. 2025 is a coming. Like, subscribe, better, but no, catch you soon.